All right, picture this. You're at a backyard barbecue, the kind where Uncle Bob's flipping burgers like he's auditioning for a reality show, and suddenly the speakers crackle to life with a riff, like a guitar having a seizure in the best way possible. Before you know it, everyone's shouting, "Any way you want it, that's the way you need it." Even Grandma's tapping her orthopedic shoes, pretending she doesn't know the words. Yeah, Journey's Any Way You Want It. The song that's infiltrated more commercials, movies, and awkward wedding dances than selfies at a tourist trap. You might roll your eyes and call it cheese rock for the masses, but admit it, it's stuck in your head like gum on a hot sidewalk. We're talking a track so infectious, it could make a monk headbang. But buckle up, because this isn't just some feel-good filler for your Spotify shuffle. Oh no, this beast was born from tour bus desperation, Thin Lizzy envy, and lyrics that might have started as a lonely wife's poem. Yeah, we'll unpack that drama. We'll dive into obscure nuggets like how it almost didn't make the cut, the meaningless words that sparked endless debates, and its ripple effects, turning it into a cultural cockroach that refuses to die. Stick around or don't, any way you want it. But by the end, you'll never hear that chorus without imagining Steve Perry in spandex, whispering sweet nothings to a generation of air guitar heroes. Let's crank it up. Okay, rewind to 1979, when disco was gasping its last glittery breath and punk was still spitting in the face of everything shiny. Journey's out there grinding on the road, fresh off their Infinity and Evolution albums, with Steve Perry's voice soaring like a falcon on uppers, and Neil Schon's guitar shredding like it's personally offended by silence. But they're not quite the arena overlords yet, more like the hard-working rockers hustling for that next big break. Enter The Spark, a tour with Irish rock legends Thin Lizzy. Picture this, Journey's opening for Phil Lynott and crew, watching from the wings as Lynott struts like a leather-clad peacock, bass thumping, crowd roaring. Perry and Schon are mesmerized, especially by that raw, driving energy. Perry later cops to it, the vocal guitar interplay. Straight-up Lynott worship. It's like if you mixed AC/DC's rhythm punch with a dash of Irish swagger, Angus Young's bounce meets Lynott's cool. So one night on the tour bus, somewhere between dive motels and truck stop tacos, Schon grabs an acoustic guitar and starts strumming that iconic riff. Do-do-do-da. Simple, relentless, like a heartbeat on steroids. Perry jumps in, humming melodies, and bam, they've got the bones. But the lyrics? Here's where it gets juicy. Rumor has it, and this is one of those obscure bandwife tales that floats in rock lore, the words started as a poem by Diane Valerie, wife of bassist Ross Valerie. She's back home, lonely as a lighthouse, missing her hubby on the endless road. I was alone. I never knew what good love could do. Poignant, right? Like a Hallmark card dipped in tour bus sweat. Perry tweaks it, amps up the vibe, turning it into this ode to a free-spirited woman who loves to laugh, she loves toasting, she does everything. She's groovy, she's moving, she's the antithesis of that lonely world. And the chorus? Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Pure gold, or pure filler, depending on who you ask. Some say it's about flexibility in love, like "Hey babe, missionary or skydiving." Your call. Others call it meaningless drivel, Perry phoning it in after a bad enchilada. But dig deeper, it's empowering almost. In a pre-Hash Me Too era, it's saying desires are cool, no shame. Any way you want it, that's valid. Or maybe it's just a musician's plea to get home. She said, hold on, like, hold the tour bus, I'm done. Whatever the spin, they flesh it out quick, no overthinking. Greg Rowley on keys adds that synth sparkle. Steve Smith drums like he's punishing the kit for crimes unknown, and Valerie's bass locks it in. By the time they hit the studio, it's ready to rock. But imagine the what if. What if they scrapped it for being too poppy? We'd be stuck with lesser anthems, and the 80s would be a sadder, less groovy place. Pity the alternate universe where Perry's just belting insurance jingles instead. Fast forward to the Sausage Factory, recording Departure, Journey's 6th album, dropping in February 1980 like a leap year surprise. They're holed up at the Automat in San Francisco, this funky studio that's seen everyone from Santana to the Dead, walls probably vibrating with residual weed smoke. Producers Jeff Workman and Kevin Elson are at the helm, pushing for that live-in-studio edge. No frills, just raw energy. Think less polished pop, more arena-ready punch. Departure's their pivot, ditching some prog wanderings for tighter hooks, and it's Greg Rowley's swan song before he bolts for Santana vibes. Shenanigans? Plenty. The band's exhausted from touring. Perry's voice is a weapon but fragile, multi-tracking those harmonies till it sounds like a choir of angels got rowdy at happy hour. Sean's solo? Electric fire, layered with effects that make it scream like a banshee in bell-bottoms. But drama brews. Label execs at Columbia are twitchy. Journey's building heat, but Departure's got that edgier sound, peaking at number 8 on Billboard, going triple platinum eventually, but not without fights. Any Way You Want It gets picked as lead single, but some suits wanted to bury it, calling it too upbeat for the metal crowd banging to leopard fireworks. Perry fights back, demo in fist. This is our opener, our crowd pleaser. Bullet dodged. Release hits and it's a burner. How 23 on the Hot 100. Radio loves the riff for its earworm factor. Album art? That Beatles spaceship thing, like a psychedelic scarab blasting off. Peak 80s weird, nodding to departure from their old sound. Obscure glitch. Early vinyl pressings had a mastering quirk where the fade-out wobbles slightly thanks to heat in the plant. Vinyl nerds hunt those wavy copies like rare Pokemon. Me, I'd probably use one as a coaster and call it rock and roll patina. And get this, the song debuts in Caddyshack that summer, blasting during Rodney Dangerfield's golf chaos. Instant boost, sales spike, crowds chant it live. But critics, sneering as usual, corporate rock fluff, whatever haters, it's paying the bills. If only they knew it had outlived their typewriters. What's your vinyl war story? Spill below or don't, any way you want it. Now the rise to mythic status, where the track snowballs into a monster, dodging controversies like a pro. No backmasking panics here, no PMRC pearl-clutching like its sibling Don't Stop. But whispers linger. Some conspiracy nuts claim the riff was stolen from Thin Lizzy's playbook, but nah, Perry owned the influence, calling it homage. Real drama? Band tensions bubbling. Rowley pieces out post-album, creative differences, aka I'm over this pop shift. Journey sputters a bit mid-80s. Perry's hip woes, lineup swaps like a bad soap opera. Any Way You Want It fades to B-list, your cool dad's cassette staple on road trips. But culture? It threads in deep. Gen X grabs it as ironic fuel, lonely dudes transformed by love. Check. That chorus becomes slacker code for whatever, man. Ripple. Riot girls twist it in zines. Any Way You Want It in smashing the patriarchy. Not canon, but floating in the underground, arena rock hijacked for rebellion. Then the boosts. 90s commercials milk it. Pepsi, cars, whatever needs pep. 2000s. Glee covers it, spiking streams. Rock of Ages musical in '09 blasts it on stage, Tom Cruise warbling in spandex. Simpsons parody. Check. Even Rise Against punks it up, Mary J. Blige souls it out. Sports arenas crank it for hype, White Sox, Olympics vibes. No major scandals, but the meaning debates rage. Is it sexual innuendo? Hold on, climax metaphor? Or just tour fatigue? Forums explode with theories, one calling it a virgin seduction saga. Hilarious bunk. Imagine the PMRC sticker. Warning, may cause uncontrollable grooving and vague empowerment. If it had blown up like Don't Stop, we'd have Sopranos-level finales cut to it. Instead, it's the underdog anthem, proving flexibility wins. Legacy? This track's the ultimate survivor, like a weed in concrete, indestructible, popping up everywhere. Certified platinum vibes, live staple opening shows, woven into pop quilts from The Office to monster trucks. Ripple on culture? It co-opted us Xers and beyond, that she loves to move, she loves to groove line, mirroring our dial-up dreams of freedom. Corporate playlists drain it, sure, but damn if it doesn't make you believe in fun. Weirdness endures. Fan theories on the poem origin, Diane Valerie's words. Unconfirmed gold, but imagine royalties funding her spa days. Perry's 16 comeback tour, funded by these hooks that won't quit. Journey soldiers on. Sean shredding like 79, new voices carrying the torch. It's not just a song, it's a wink to life's chaos. Any way you want it, roll with it. So there you have it, the groovy, gritty ride of Any Way You Want It. From bus riff to mythic mainstay, proving a good hook beats a map any day. If this tale's got you air drumming or plotting your own groove, smash that like. Tell the algorithm we're all in this loving thing together. Subscribe for more rock rabbit holes. Next, the time Van Halen nearly derailed over a brown M&amp. M. Drop your fave journey jam below. Did it spice your prom or just your commute? Keep the volume cranked, hold on tight, and remember, any way you need it, that's the rock and roll way. Peace from the tour bus of history.